too, because that begs the question of what is the church's decision? What is best for the church? Who defines that? And in my experience, if a church is proclaiming that sort of thing, it comes down to one people or a few people who are in leadership, and what they say goes. And I've been a part of a bad church situation where that was repeated again and again as things were falling apart. Let me tell you what's best for the church, and you better get in line with what's best for the church.
Yeah.
It's almost like politics, you know. You
Oh. I mean, she
didn't
said
mean to
it.
say that bad word, but you know, you have us as voters. You have those who run for office or either elected or sworn in by what other means, you know, and then they make the decisions, but their decision making should be for all our benefit, for, you know, what benefits the people who voted you in or whatever have you, you know.
So let's give a scenario. Dana, let me get your thoughts on this. So I'm talking very literally about you, Dana. And like the live died, so there's no risk here. Even if it was back on, there's still no risk because you're just riffing. All right, Dana. All right. Let's say you have a job offer in another city. This is Dana Hunter we're talking about at Unity Baptist Church. You have a job offer in another city. It will mean that you and your family will need to relocate for a minimum of 3 years. Accepting the job offer would be a great career move for you. You know, I know you're looking to get up there. And provide experience that you would not be able to get anywhere else. We will expect one another to make decisions with regard to the implications for the church and significant decisions in consultation with the church. How would you approach this decision as a church member with the church? And like, be completely honest. I'm not looking for like, I'm not here to condemn, wag fingers, or anything like that. That's why I said I'm not convinced on this. I'm just curious. I want to kind of like crowdsource here and see what your thoughts would be in that regard. How would you handle that decision as a church member at Unity Baptist Church?
It never happened, but let me see if I can hypothetically
right.
say that. How would I handle that as a church? Wow. That's kind of a tough question. It's a hard question to answer because you don't know what I might get offered a job, of course, but I have to go and see if it's a place I really want to go with my family. The money probably be great and all that good stuff, but is it going to be the best decision for my family personally? Now the church. Is the church gonna pay me? No, I'm messing with you. I'm joking.
Hey, these are the real questions. You know what I mean?
But yeah, it's a lot of variables. It's a lot of moving parts, and it wouldn't be nothing easy or something that I would just take for granted and just do it.
Right.
Because it's not an easy thing to do, especially if you have to move your family to a strange place you've never been before. So in that aspect, it'll be challenging. A lot of prayer.
Yeah.
Well, you're basing it off of family.
Yes.
Not really answering the question. The question is, how are you going to deal with unity as far as you trying to make this move? How would the church family...
But I'm really answering the question because I go to church, but I can't let the church tell me not to go anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it is. If I love the church, I love the church. I didn't say it would be easy to leave the church, but what could the church do if I go? What
would self-denying care look like in that moment? So that's the question of like, as you engage with the church for a big decision like that, what would self-denying care look like? Would it look like an email, a text message, an announcement, just a socializing of it? Like, hey, we're moving, got a job, I'll be gone for 3 years. Pray for me.
Well, actually, we did this in our former church. I got up in front of the church and told them we have another journey to see about.
Yeah.
I actually announced it.
Yeah. And I think that's a great example of caring, like considering the community for a big decision like that. Yeah. But you said you had something literally happen like this. We might be. Are we online, Amy? We're up and down. Okay.
When Ben and I moved up here from North Carolina, we were a part of a church down there that we loved and was a very healthy church. And it was hard for us to leave because we knew that would be hard to replicate, and we didn't want, part of our decision was like, do we leave this community? So it did factor into our decision. And I do feel like we went and we talked to our pastor about it and stuff, but at the end of the day, it comes down to like, what's best for your family. But we felt supported in that. There was never, I think we sought like consultation, but it wasn't like we were going to let that and like staying in that community. The idea of church is you shouldn't be going to church just for that body. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
you want to stay there, but if you don't feel like you can find anything anywhere else, then that's a problem too. So you have to be able to go anywhere and be part of a body. So, and that's I think part of the reason we felt okay about leaving is because that's the message we heard back. So if you're hearing a message like what you're saying, that's a different message than you need to go and do what's best for your family, and you should be able to find a Christ-centered church anywhere. It's not about this church or this body. You go wherever you're led.
Right. Christ is our Lord, not the church. Christ is our Lord, not the church. And this frees us for these conversations, right? But when we make our decisions, here's my point here. Is like, I'm not suggesting that we seek church consensus for all decisions for our lives. That just doesn't make sense. There's no way. That wouldn't be good for anybody. But if we believe that